Well, greetings, YouTube model people. How's it going? Okay, coming at you here with kind of an unusual video, but it was a request by a channel named Marini. And really, it was a video regarding my build from way back. One of the first, if not the first build I featured on my channel back in 2013, which was the 1/400 scale Revell Germany Aida Luna modern day cruise ship build. And he's basically, the person said that I never posted like a final, so they were wondering if I ever did finish, and if so, could I show it to them? So technically, did I finish? I guess you could say technically by the book, no, because if I just sneak by here, guys, and we'll explain some of this stuff here in a minute, and we're just jumping around. These two pieces actually fell off. Well, actually, this piece too. But these two domes that go on the top I never did install. So technically I guess I never finished, but that is the only parts that are not attached to the ship. That's it. That's all that's left there. Where I basically stalled on this project is this water base. And again, we'll get to this ship here in a moment, which is basically not styrofoam, but foam that you buy in, an art supply store. Or actually, this is in Michael's, I think, for creating flower beds and stuff like that of fake flowers. And I covered the entire foam. Well, first I traced and carved out a hole for where the ship would settle into, and that's where the problem happened. Is I never did get that right. I cut it incorrectly. It was not easy to do. It took quite an effort. It was a mess, stuff everywhere. And as you can see, it didn't really work out too well getting it up to the water line. So I was trying to come up with ideas to try to basically put in more and make it seamless and bring the water up to the water line. And then as more I was doing it, the more I was realizing I didn't like the overall look anyway. But this is actually, obviously you can see tin foil that's crumpled up and then flattened out, and it leaves a nice ripply effect, which many people use for water effects. And then you'd have to go back and, obviously this is only painted one color. You'd have to go back and paint on the foam caps, on the waves, and use different blues and such like that. I just kind of had a medium to light blue that I used at the time for this. Yeah, so that's basically what happened. Is it got stalled because of the base itself. I have an idea of how I'm going to do the water base, but honestly, the place I was going to display this model has not been set up yet either, so we're really kind of behind. But I'll tell you what I will be doing is in 2021, I will definitely be finishing and displaying this properly. Meanwhile, while not sitting where it's supposed to sit or where I'd like to ultimately have it sit, it's been sitting down here in my hobby room in different places and been moved around, and it's always had a plastic bag over the top, big garbage bag to keep it dust free. So at least we have that. But as you see, I've knocked a couple pieces off over the years because this goes back a ways. So here we go. Here's a good look at the ship. I hope the babbling doesn't annoy anyone too much. Kind of just babbling along. I actually am kind of rushing a little through this. I have somewhere I have to be here very soon. So just wanted to get up a video though, because I promised that I would do so. Very cool kit. Again, I bought this as soon as it was available. I was lucky in the fact that I happened to just buy a random magazine, because I've never had any model magazine subscriptions. If I did, it was for a very short time, maybe 1 or 2 years. So I happened to see an article, they show upcoming kits on this particular ship in this kit, and I just jumped all over it. So I got one of the first ones, I guess, that was available. I would think, or at least first few thousand or whatever it might be. So the molds were in, super shape. Here's a basketball court here. That's a decal. And then one of my favorite parts of the ship here is the letters. Those are actually decals as well. And then there's another kind of, I don't know, it's basketball or whatever court that is in the back there, sports court. So yeah, it was an awesome kit. Went together just as we expect with Revell Germany stuff. And I really did, even though it's sitting in this sort of unfinished, state, I had a blast doing it. Even, painting in the tinted glass for the bridge and for some of the front windows here, VIP area, so to speak. and then in here in the middle, kind of main, I guess you could say, atrium of the ship. Yeah, so that's basically it. I hope that helps to the person who requested just to see it. Again, there are a few pieces that have fallen off, and there's only these two pieces that never made it on. So other than that, it is a completed build. The ship itself is completed. Obviously, the display base is not. So that's it for now, folks. We hope you're all doing well, and take care. Okay, cheers.